Fisherman in the deep blue sea, yeah. Working hard for the family.
Fisherman Islands. This is a Fisherman Islands. And the family depends of the fruit the ocean gives. This is a Fisherman Islands. This is a Fisherman Islands.
On crab, kitri, bread or ski, and the beautiful war sea is a Fisherman Islands. Is a Fisherman Islands. I am a fisherman. With you all this is high man. Fisherman Islands. Oh yes, it's a Fisherman Islands. Fisherman, Galadale. Fisherman, all big brown. Fisherman, big maggot. Fisherman, all white. Fisherman, barracuda. Fisherman, big brim. Fisherman, yellow eyes. Fisherman, black arm. Fisherman, red eyes. Fisherman, Fisherman, big chatpo. Fisherman, bear chub. Fisherman, old front. Fisherman, gaddy. Fisherman, bobo tiburo. Fisherman, siete. Fisherman Island.
Old Providence is a beautiful island located in northwestern Colombia in the Caribbean Sea. And together with San Andres, Catalina and other islets, form the archipelago department of San Andres, Providence and Catalina. The islands have a population of approximately 5,140 inhabitants. One of the most traditional activities on Old Providence and Catalina is artisanal fishing. Many men and women on the island dedicate themselves to this activity, which provides sustenance for them and their families. The most popular technique used is the fishing line, but diving and the use of fish pots are also common. The coral reef of Old Providence and Catalina is the largest in the Caribbean and the third largest in the world after those of Australia and Belize.
Fisherman.
Frank Rodriguez Howard. Frank Rodriguez was born on the island of San Andres on October the 30th, 1985, and raised in a loving and united family. He's the son of Rene Rodriguez and Rita Estella Howard Bent. He lives in the Rocky Point district of Providence and is married to Diana Carolina Caicedo. They have a son named Jack. Frank has 6 siblings and has a good relationship with all of them. He studied at the industrial school and then took a course in sports training technology at the Sena Institute. Despite his sports training, Frank spends much of his time fishing, which gives him the means to support his family. As a skilled fisherman, he knows the profession very well. He's a man of his word who teaches other fishermen not only the importance of caring for the marine resources, but also of being autonomous and working towards consolidating the fishing activity. A friendly and respectful man, Frank is always ready to give help to people who need it.
Fisherman Islands. This is the Fisherman Islands.
On crab key, tree breaders ski, and the beautiful war sea is the Fisherman Islands. Is a fisherman, Galadriel, fisherman, all big ground, fisherman, big market, fisherman, all white, fisherman, barracuda.
Frank Howard, young man, ambitious, fighting to come out ahead. Poorness, fisherman that take this to make a living and develop in family. I say to myself, like, I start late. So you say never is late to start to do something. I start like 25 years, when I was 25 years old. My younger brother teach me to dive. First fish that I shoot was a hagfish. My brother load the gun for me and he showed me the fish. Because then the time I never know nothing about diving. I used to work by one place feeding fish and I used to go deep, but I never used to shoot a fish. But when I was 25 years, more or less, I started. Well, that first moment really was an exciting moment. Because when I was young, I wanted to do it, but nobody used to carry me. So I was so excited and like same way kind of frightened, kind of scared. So I went down and just how I get down and shoot the fish, I come back up. But it was a nice experience and really I get like it very much. To the day I'm still fishing in. Then the time for all people say was scarce. For me and my brother was abundance. Because we used to go 2-3 hours and we bring 150 pounds. Red snapper, rockfish, hagfish, big maggot. And we never used to go so far. Nowadays, well, you have to go 4-6 hours, all up to 8 hours. If you try to get 80 pounds, maybe the 100 pounds. And you don't find the quality of fish what you used to find before. Well, almost time, me and my brother fishing on the deep, on the ocean. Right front of Manchanil Bay, right front of Baton House Bay. And we used to find if we lot. On the reef self, we trail down the reef. Normal from Three Brothers Key go down to the south end. That is the area them where we used to dive. Now, well, we have to go paint a reef and northeast bank and then the place go shoot. You have to go a little bit further now. We have to remember where all our way barn first before we get old. And we know that every day children born So if we want them children get to know our species that we got in our island, must try to respect the better them first. Second, well, try not dive the small kongs. For all the kongs in Providence, not supposed to dive, but I respect it. Also, I respect the law because we got a new generation coming and we want them to know and then they can live off of it. I want to tell them, say, fishing is a profession. Fishing is a profession. I always be punctual in that because sometimes people discriminate we as fishermen. But fishing is a profession. And I can prove it by myself because it gives me to buy a boat. It gives me to sustain my family. And well, and my mother also, it gives me for a lot of things that any job, any common job where anybody got can give for supply. Our culture going to change every day. Every day. First time, I used to depend on horse, now we depend on motor. So there's so the culture going to change. So sometimes because we smell a fish, no, that boy stink of fish. That is discrimination I'm talking about. And then figure, say, when you use a fisherman, like you're not got no future. But I think if you any job you got, whereas you put a mission and a vision to it, you got future. I want to share my experiences. When I start to dive, I used to start with my brother, as I said before. And then now I dive with Corey. Well, with the man them where I dive like, so I think them is two of the best fishermen where the Providence, two of the one where we can go deep. And always I force to the behind them, you know, keep back. And in other forcing, I get several blackout. So, but that not stop me to do where because this I love do it. I love do it. It's my passion. I'm happy doing it, and I no want stop. None time until the day that I die. Yeah, also is something that the inner my blood, so it's hard to take it up. Yeah, also out there, it's a lot of danger. It's a lot of danger.
Fisherman Islands. This is the Fisherman Islands.
On Crab Key, Tree Brother Ski, and the beautiful war sea is the Fisherman Islands. Is a fisherman, Galathiel, fisherman, all big round, fisherman, big market, fisherman, all waves, fisherman, barracuda.
As major predators, sharks play an important role in the ecosystem by maintaining lesser species in the food chain. They're also indicators of ocean health. By eliminating the weak and sick and maintaining balance with competitors, they guarantee species diversity. By eliminating the presence of sharks in coral reef ecosystems, other predators, such as groupers, thrive and feed on herbivorous species. With fewer herbivores, the microalgae increase and the coral cannot compete with them, which means that the ecosystem becomes dominated by the algae and the survival of the coral reef is endangered. Formerly, sharks were only caught occasionally in the archipelago and mostly by the artisanal fishermen to produce shark oil. But the greatest impact on the shark population is caused by industrial fishing. Between 2005 and 2007, according to a shark-targeted evaluation made by the Department's Secretary of Agriculture and Fishing, 70% of sharks captured were juveniles. As a result of this distressing discovery, shark fishing in the archipelago was banned by the ICA in 2008 by Resolution number 3333 of September 4th of that year. and was later modified by Resolution 1743 of August 29, 2017.
And after you going to do it, you going to know how the shark them move in the bottom, so you just have to be pending and things. But I believe you don't have to scare about it. You don't have to scare about it. In my case, because I believe everybody experiences it a different way. In my case, like you feel the air when it done from you, and you get desperate, and in a sudden you wake up and you don't even know when in the moment that you gone. So you just wake up and like, what happened? You got something that named samba that you get before. Your body start to tremble before you get the blackout. Your body start to tremble like you are dancing mapale. And then now after that is when time you go off. Them just want I study. But I decide by myself I want to be a fisherman. And I think today I do it very good. So for my children, if he want to be a fisherman, well, it would be a pleasure for me. And I will teach him all where I know. But that they enough for him decision. So it's not something where I would have want. No. So I make him decide in life what he want to be. You have to get a second option all the time. Because the risk, as we were talking before, we have out there, one of these days you can get a damage that you can't go back to sea. So you have to put in practice the other profession. So, but this activity really carry you to a next level. The diving carry you to a next level. For example, ahí es tecnólogo en entrenamiento deportivo, ahí es técnico ebanista. But them here two professions no call my attention like how the diving call my attention, because the adrenaline, every day you see different things. So you live different experience. You they do the same thing, but you live different experience every day. So yes, it's good to figure out other things, learn other things that you can, when time the weather bad, you can do something else. It's an activity where demand a lot of time, just how you say. I'm trying to go early and come back early. But not because you go early, you're coming back early. Because not every day is the same thing. Sometimes you go and you find your amount of fish where you propose to find in a 1 hour, in a 2 hours. But sometimes it takes you 4, 5 hours, 6 hours. And how I work it takes me more time because I process my fish and I sell it direct to the community. So it takes me more time out of my house. So it's something very delicate, but that I got 2 jobs, you know, a fishing and a process my fish to sell the community. You got a lot of things. You got a lot of things to do. In the island, like cleaning the mangroves. Sometimes you're going to dive and you find a lot of basura, pan, plastic. I think during the weather, or maybe during the whole year, because this is something where affect the environment. During the whole year, and more focus in the weather, that to give the fishermen them an alternative, I think is give them open a space for give them job to keep the sea clean.
Fisherman Islands. This is the Fisherman Islands.
On Crab Key, Tree Brothers Key, and the beautiful war sea is the Fisherman Islands. Fisherman, Yellowtail, Fisherman, Old Big Ground, Fisherman, Big Maggot, Fisherman, All White, Fisherman, Barracuda.
Diving, I see a lot of garbage in the sea. Sometimes we pick it up, well, sometimes you're there focusing in what you're doing. And well, you don't got the time, or you get lazy, or you understand. Create more opportunity for job, for the fishermen them. Get a next income during this season. And well, and next thing, trying to put the season them, the beta them, from the kongs and the lobster once you affect fisherman, restaurant, and the whole community. So if we look on it from land like so, we would have said no affect we. Because no, we say no, it's just piece of sea where they cut off and then give. No, it's a political thing, it's this and that. This go deeper and that. So I think it won't affect we in a sense. You will find more pirates, and maybe we live one day in a risk. When time you come in from the key to home, it happened already. Association. We're working right now in a project to build a escuela de pesca, to teach in the school them and in the island the young people them for fishing and show them that fishing is rentable, it's a profession, and it's an activity that can give you income to sustain your family. So this is something that, like any other profession, also like who you born for and you like to play football, you want to find a way to go play. If you like basketball, the same thing.
Fisherman in the deep blue sea, yeah. Working hard for the family. Fisherman like country. Fisherman like Joe. Fisherman like Lucio. Fisherman like Ali. In that deep blue sea, working hard, I say, for the family, for the family, for the family, 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 for the family, 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 family. For the family, 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 family. Is the fisherman Oja? Is the fisherman Herai? Is the fisherman Oja? Is the fisherman Herai? Oh na 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 na. 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 Fisherman like Alinja. Fisherman like Bumpy. Fisherman like Big Jack. Fisherman like Jimbo. In the deep blue sea, working hard, I say, for the family, for the family, for the family, family, family.